My bill, H.R. 4982, the Examining Opioid Treatment Infrastructure Act, is straightforward and it's bipartisan. If we are ever going to get a handle on the heroin and opioid epidemic tearing through our communities, we have to know what we're dealing with. We need data, and we need to know what capacity we have in place and what capacity we need to treat this epidemic, and so that we can make smart and adequate investments, which is why we need this bill. This important bill directs a study of the inpatient and outpatient addiction treatment capacity and availability throughout the U.S., as well as an assessment of the needed types and numbers of treatment options. It seems simple, but there is no better place to start than at the beginning, with an understanding of the addiction treatment infrastructure that we have versus the need for that infrastructure. When I was first elected to Congress, I was not prepared to hear the stories from family members who'd lost a loved one due to substance abuse. My office often gets calls from parents wanting to share their stories of the children they've lost to addiction. While opioid addiction may start in many ways, it ends with a scientifically understood, increasingly treatable medical condition in which the biochemical pathways necessary to normal decision-making in the brain have been hijacked and the chemistry of the brain permanently altered. The more we learn about the science of addiction, the more convinced we become that the best path forward is treating addiction like the medical biochemical condition that it is. To do this successfully, we need the correct number and types of addiction treatment facilities. That's why I introduced the Examining Opioid Treatment Infrastructure Act with my friend from New Jersey, Mr. Pallone. We know that opioid use and abuse has become an epidemic, and now let's make sure that we know the real numbers we're dealing with so we can allocate the necessary resources. I urge support of the Examining Opioid Treatment Infrastructure Act, and I yield back the balance of my time to Mr. Green.